When I first became recognized as a pastor, I was given this cloth. It's kind of weird and it's probably a little dusty and dirty by now, but I always thought it was a little bit of a strange gift. The strange gift, but they had a very specific purpose in mind when they gave it us. They gave it us to show and remind us that we are supposed to be servants. You see, it's like one of those cloths that a waiter has at a restaurant or a butler. It's the idea that we're here to serve not just people, but also God. And when you serve God, the idea is that you would trust Him with your whole life. When you look back at the history of the church, there's been many people, many pastors who've served their God as faithfully as they could. In fact, many pastors have given their whole life to serve the cause of Christ. And often, serving Jesus has often meant that people have had to lose their life too. In the Big God story this week, we see Stephen. He's one of the original disciples of Jesus. He loves Jesus with all his heart. He gives his life to serve Jesus. And we see early on in the book of Acts that Stephen chooses to serve God by telling people the good news of Jesus. But unfortunately, not everybody loved to hear the good news of Jesus. Some people didn't like it. Not everyone believed that Jesus was the one true God. But that didn't stop Stephen. See, Stephen thought everybody needed to know the good news of Jesus. Everyone needed to know that Jesus is the one true God. Unfortunately, people began to spread lies about Stephen, and they took him before the religious leaders. And while he was before the religious leaders, Stephen took his moment, and he shared the whole story of God, all the way from the beginning of the Bible to the end. Stephen was telling them how the Bible shows that God is the one true God, that Jesus is the one true God. Man, people did not like that. People really became angry at Stephen while he was speaking. And they got so angry at Stephen that they began to pick up rocks and they stoned him. That day, Stephen was the first of the disciples to lose his life while serving Jesus. In the years to come, as the church would grow and spread across the world, many more people would face challenges. Many more people would lose their life in the cause of Christ. But you know why they did it? They did it because they knew with all their heart that Jesus is the one true God. And they knew that if Jesus is the one true God, then it's important that we share the good news of Jesus. So no matter how many difficulties we may face, no matter how challenging life might get, as we remember that Jesus is the one true God, we know that we want to serve Him with all we've got.